Hey guys, this is my 9th video and I just wanted to do an update on what types of mangas I'm into currently, because I know that whenever people watch anime or read manga, they're always like, oh, what type of manga or anime should I get into next? And everyone needs recommendations for like what type of story they should read or watch. So I was thinking I could share some of the new ones that I got. This isn't a new one, but it's an old one. It's Fullmetal Alchemist, and this is volumes 1 to 3. And I really like thick mangas because it's easy to get hooked into it, and also you get to read it for longer. Like if you only get a few mangas within a month, then you still can read that for like a pretty long time and it will distract you for about a month. And manga has always has always been good for art. So like for me, the mangas have a little bit of a different art style compared to the anime, which is good because I like the manga style. I normally am drawn to the manga styles more because they're different and you get to see the artist's like true style come out through the books. So you guys can pause and read this if you would like. And this isn't new, but I bought this like a year ago, but this is a really good manga, and in US it's $15.99 and I paid $16.99, which is the Canadian price, and it's pretty decent of a price because it's cheaper for 3 books in one while you still pay the price of a regular manga book. And in UK it's £9.99, so yeah. And this is 3 in 1, and Fullmetal Alchemist is an action anime and it's about alchemy, which a long time ago alchemy was sort of seen as a fake science and people would try to create gold out of different materials, but that's impossible in our physical world. So this touches on more of the fantasy of alchemy being real in life, and it also has to do a lot with politics, and it's a very serious manga, and I like it because there's romance, comedy, action, and you get like every type of genre you wanted in here. It's like also sometimes it's gory, so I don't recommend it if you're like way younger than me. Like if you're like 10 or 12, I don't recommend it because there's some scenes that are a little bit graphical, but other than that, it's a really good story. If you like stories with a lot of action in it, it's really good. I'm not going to like stretch out on what it is, but the back cover basically tells you about alchemy and how it works. So yeah, that's the first one that I'm recommending. And I went to Indigo last week and I picked up 3 mangas, and usually I buy big stacks of mangas. I usually get like 10 books or 15 depending on, I usually range around 5 or more books, and so I was just holding off. I was like, must self-control myself because if I don't, then I'll end up spending a lot of money on manga, and I'm just trying to control myself. The first book that I got was My Little Monster, and this book was the only book that this time that I set my eyes on because I wanted to read it. My friend said it was good. It's a romance comedy and it's really fun. And here is the back. You guys can pause to read. And the art is really nice. And so this was $10.99 for USA, and I paid $11.99, which is pretty cheap compared to other novels because usually they range around 15 to above, so this is really good price for it. And just so you guys get a feel of the art style, here is one of the chapter 1 covers, and I just like looking at like the front pictures so that way I get a good feel of the art covers. Some of them are in color for the front covers, so that gives you a nice feel on how the characters and their personalities will be like. The next one is called That Wolf Boy Is Mine, and it's about a group of guys who can turn in, who are basically different animals, like woodland animals, like foxes, wolves. I won't like share too much detail, but anyways, a girl finds out what they are, and basically they enjoy human entertainment, like the snacks, the food, the TV, comics, and stuff like that. That's why they want to blend in, and they turn into humans, and when they turn into humans, they can even have their animal ears and tails out, and that's, I forgot what it's called, but that's my favorite type of human. It's my favorite type of human slash animal. It's when a human has like animal ears and tails, so I was really interested when I saw it. I usually don't pick up books on the spot like this, but I was like, okay, because it is a romance comedy as well. And here you guys can pause and read the back. And this is the main guy who is a wolf. And it's basically about this girl who finds out that he's a wolf, and she finds out who else is an animal in her school, and she's kind of gets into a conflict because he likes her. So for US it's $10.99, and I paid $13.99, which is a decent price too. And here is the colored inside, so you guys get a closer look on what the characters actually look like. And yeah, and the last one was No Game No Life, and I actually didn't want to get into this before because I've heard of it before, like some people said it, but I didn't really understand I didn't research what it was about, so I was kind of like, I don't want to get into it. But once I saw the cover, I fell in love with the artwork because it's just so cute. And I know my friend Leo has watched this anime, and he probably read the manga online, but anyways, I usually don't pick up books like this again, but I was like, might as well because the artwork is really nice. And anyways, here's the back to get the gist of the anime. You guys can pause to read. And it's usually $12.99 in US, and I paid $14.99, which is also reasonable price for this book. And here is the inside. I just want to flip through the colored parts so you guys understand how the color looks and how the characters look in color. And I like to do this so that way I understand like how the characters are, and you can see their personality and style through the colors. So that's why I normally like colored comic books. And so, if you can tell, No Game No Life, let me lift my tablet. If you can tell, No Game No Life is actually really shorter in size compared to regular mangas. which is kind of strange because it costs like more than the other ones, but that's fine. And I also wanted to update you guys on my book, and I wanted to start making a manga myself. I'm not usually into making comic books and other stuff because I'm usually into making posters and artwork that you would hang on walls, and in the future I hope to make like buttons and stuff. But anyways, I'm going to make a manga about that's called Bears and Witches, and basically it's about a guy who can turn into a bear, a really small teddy bear that's like chibi looking, and it's about a girl who's a witch, and basically the witch takes care of him. And basically I was thinking about the storyline to be somewhere around where they go to a school where witches don't like bears at all, and she tries to hide him, but at the same time she has to take care of him, so that's going to be the conflict in the book. Like, if people find out he's a bear, then he's in trouble. So that's basically the book. And I already drew like one page, so just a peek at it. So this is what the bear looks like. I know it's faded, but that's what it is. And chapter 1 will be called Bears, but there's only one bear, and there's one witch, and she's the main character. But the other witches, they don't like bears because something with bears having to be like evil or something in their eyes. But yeah. And I basically do that. And yes, the bear is named after my friend Leo because I felt that was a really cute name to give a bear. And anyways, I'm thinking of doing 1 or 2 more pages, and this is what I have currently for my manga. And by the time I'm done, I'll be outlining it. I may color some of the pages just because I like colored comics and mangas. So yeah, that's just an update. I'll keep you guys updated on my manga, because I think it's really exciting to start a manga and share the process with people, because you get to see how different people make their mangas in different ways, and how they are all put together, and how the story comes together. So yeah, so these are the 3 mangas that I recommended: My Little Monster, That Wolf Boy Is Mine, and No Game No Life. And so far I only read My Little Monster, but I flipped through some of That Wolf Boy Is Mine. I'm gonna read it second because it's a romance comedy, and I've been into those recently, and usually I don't like reading books about a group of... Some mangas and animes are only about a group of guys who are into sports, and I know a lot of people like that, especially girls, but I'm not into that stuff. I usually like action stories, so that's why I don't read those types of things. So I'm gonna read this one second. I already finished My Little Monster, so I'll just wait till I get the second book of that. And No Game No Life will be third, because I mainly bought it because of the artwork, but other than that, I'm still interested to see how this story plays out. So yeah, my friends recommended it. It's really good. My other friends said that it's kind of sad when you get into it. So I'm interested to see how all of it plays out, and you guys should, if you haven't already, should definitely check out Full Metal Alchemist. People don't like, there's two anime versions. One is Full Metal Alchemist and one is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And Brotherhood is not based off of the manga, and I liked it, but I like to follow along with the anime and the manga at the same pace. So when I was reading this and I was watching Full Metal Alchemist, the actual first anime they made for it, I really enjoyed it. Some people hate it. I don't really understand why they hate it, because if you read the manga, it's exactly what happens in the book. So it's like the original story. So I enjoyed it, and if you guys try it, please tell me, and please tell me how you feel about these mangas, or tell me which one you've watched the anime of, and which one you've read the manga of. So that's it for now, and that's just a quick update about mangas and the manga that I'm making, and yeah, bye.